Okay, so I'll go ahead and start. I'll start the call. I'll get them prepped.
Yeah.
I'll introduce you. You say hello, and then I'll go ahead and take over after that. And then after I'm done, I'll turn the screen over to you.
Yeah, sounds good.
And
Do you have some?
if you have any comments while I'm doing it on the stuff strategies I'm using, just interrupt and butt in, and you can leave your comments.
Yeah, okay. We're gonna run this for about an hour. Is that right?
Something, yeah, as long as it
Something like
takes.
that.
I mean, that's probably reasonable.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Do you need to make me an organizer so I can control the screen to take it
Yes.
back?
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start the call right now. Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hey guys, this is Greg Jacobs here, and I'm sitting here with Mr. Martin Kremlish, super affiliate extraordinaire. And the purpose of this call today is to go, and I'm going to basically give you guys all the information that I have on how to go and kill it at affiliate promotion. So, as some of you may know, usually when I go and do an affiliate promotion, and I do it hard, and it's the right fit for my list, I'll go ahead and I'll get number one. I mean, if I don't get number one, then I'll go get number two, or I'll get darn close. And usually, when I go do an affiliate promotion, I'll earn six figures in commissions, like I did on one just over a month ago. Now, some people think that the reason I'm able to go do this is because I have like some super special secret list. Well, the reality is, the reality is my list isn't any different than your list. It's the same guys. Like if we went in like pulled it out of our pants and compared lists, we'd probably find a lot of the guys on my list are the same as the guys on your list. And I'm assuming that you treat your customers, that you go ahead and treat your customers well. So the difference is, and why I'm able to do a promotion and make a couple $100,000, why other guys do the same promotion and just come away with a couple $1,000s, is my pre-sale and the bonus. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to be showing you the exact pre-sale process that I put the customers through. I'm going to be going and breaking it down. And the reason that I'm doing this is, Martin and I have a launch coming up, and I'm hoping that you go and use this process to go and promote our stuff. So, it's kind of you're usually when you get on a webinar, you're expecting the guy to go and try to sell you something. But we're not going to sell you nothing, but we're going to say at the end, go promote our stuff. So do whatever you want, promote it, don't promote it. But regardless of that, go ahead and learn the technique. So I see a lot of familiar names in the room, people that I've worked with before, and and some of these people I've promoted before, and you guys know the sort of damage I can do. So what I'm going to do is I have a few different bonuses pages that I'm going to show you. I'm going to go through those, and then after I'm done, Martin's going to go ahead and get on, and then Martin's going to go and show the techniques that he's used to go and sell over $200,000 on a single affiliate promotion with his little WSO list. So, and that's a little bit different strategy than mine. So you're going to want to stick around for both Martin's and mine's demonstration. Okay. So if anybody can type into the question box, go ahead and tell me what you're seeing here on the screen right now. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you guys are seeing a bonus page, and this bonus page is what I went and used for the Amazing Selling Machines launch, which I sold well into the six figures. I'm going to be taking over 6 figures in commissions. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and break down how I went and promoted this launch. Okay. Now, the first thing is when you put together an incredible bonus package, first and foremost, you want to sell your bonus. So if you're going to go do this for, say, Emperor Social, you're not going to, on your emails to your list, the first emails that you're saying is not going to be saying, Emperor Social, Emperor Social, Emperor Social. The first thing you're going to do, and this is going to be during the pre-launch process, is you go and promo the value of your bonus. Because what happens is if you put so much value into your bonus and how powerful your bonus is, and you say, oh, and I'm going to give you this if you go and buy Emperor Social, that goes and increases the perceived value of Emperor Social because it's so good and so amazing that it's just like you're going to go and get this amazing bonus stuff for free. So usually what I do when I go and promote is the first email during pre-launch, I say, okay, my bonus is incredible. You need my bonus. And then the product we're promoting off the bonus is almost an afterthought. And you do a few emails like that. And then by the time you get to launch, then you send a card open email that says, all right, guys, go buy Emperor Social and buy it only through my link and blah, blah, blah. But that being said, let me go through and show you the components of the bonus page because this is very important that you have all these components. And I'll go ahead and send you guys this template if you want to go ahead and use it. The first thing you'll notice is it's a well-designed, it's a clean page, but it's not like super flashy. If you have like flashy graphics designers, go ahead and use them. I found that it really, really doesn't matter. You also find that my videos are never very high quality, and it looks like I kind of just get in front of the camera and make it up as I go along because I basically do, guys. But that's okay. And if you're not comfortable in front of the camera, that doesn't matter. Just go do a PowerPoint or a screencast. It works absolutely fine, as I'll show you where I've done them in other videos. So I do recommend a video, whether it's just a screencast or a live video. The next thing you need on your bonus page is you need a summary of instructions. Remember, you're not like trying to sell them on the product you're promoting here. You're giving them all the instructions they need to follow to complete. So step 1, clear cookies, so I get credit. Step 2, here's the link. Step 3, this is how you claim the bonus. So everything they need needs to be very, very cleanly laid out for them. Who they're emailing, what the subject line is, what are the terms of the bonus, when the bonus is going to be delivered. People are going to want to know when it's going to be delivered. And I'll show you later on down. If you have bonuses that are not going to be delivered right away, you may or may not want to tell them at this point. Maybe you just tell them, you are going to want to send them a follow-up email telling them when exactly the stuff is going to be delivered, okay? So that's very important, and there's scarcity. We'll talk about scarcity in a few minutes, okay? The next point of the bonus page is obviously all the bonuses, blah, 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 blah. We'll talk about the details of these bonuses and why they're important in just a minute. And then under that, you want to do a little summary. The bottom line is my bonus is just really fucking good, and I've worked really hard on my bonus, and this bonus is the missing piece in the puzzle, blah, 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 blah. And then at the bottom, you want to have a summary again of, the summary box again of instructions. Step 1, step 2, step 3, okay? Now let's go back up and talk about what kind of bonus you're going to want, okay? Now, to go get a good bonus for your customer, I've found that just going and like stacking the value, it's going to work to a certain extent. Just, throw whatever shit you have. This is a JV webinar, so I'm just going to swear, okay? I'm sorry. No. If you're a customer on here, you probably shouldn't be on here. And if you're offended by swearing, you're probably not a JV partner. So there you go. So the stacking the value is going to be okay, but what's really, really going to make you money is if you analyze the product and you go and look at the pain points or the holes in the product that you can fill. Because ultimately what you want to say to your customer is, this product is fucking amazing, okay? But blah, 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 blah. And I'm going to give you the missing piece of the puzzle. I'm going to give you that one thing that's left out of the product that's going to go and fucking skyrocket your chances to go do absolutely incredible with it, okay? So in this case, on this bonus page, I was promoting an Amazon thing where they teach them how to do drop shipping on Amazon or something like that, okay? And going and analyzing what the product was. I mean, I understood that they're going to be getting some software tools that teach them how to do the drop shipping or whatever, white labeling. I'm sorry. They're going to get some software tools that will teach them how to do the white labeling, and then some training. So the gap in that is at some point these people were actually going to have to go to Amazon and pick out which products they wanted to white label, where they were going to get these products from, and what they were going to name these products. Okay, that's a point of possible failure. That's a point in the process where the people who bought the course would say, oh, it's too hard. I don't know how to go pick out what product to use. I don't know where to source these. Even though it was given in the course, people don't want to work. They want the easy way. So I went and figured, what if I just go ahead and do the hard part for them? So what I offered them was the advanced business breakdown. And what this is I went out there and we went and picked the keyword for them to target. We picked the price for them to charge. We wrote the description for them. We showed them where to source the product. We showed them the exact marketing strategy. So all they would have to do is get this report and simply copy and paste, and they have a ready-to-go business. So if you were thinking about doing something like this for, say, Emperor Social, you have to go and consider, what are the missing gaps, okay? And with Emperor Social, there's two ways you're going to be able to promote it. One is Royal Consulting, which is local business marketing. And the other way is the Emperor's Way, which is affiliate marketing. So let's just say you're going to go push the Emperor's Way, which is affiliate marketing. We're going to show them how to pick out keywords and select affiliate offers and build a list and make monies. But that's going to be the gap. We're not actually going to do it for them. So if you wanted to have, say, a done-for-you pack, a done-for-you pack for affiliate marketing, where you pick out the niches to target on Facebook. You show them how to build the fan page. You go pick out the keywords. You show them exactly how to get the traffic to it, and then you show them exactly what affiliate offers to monetize. Well, that's a done-fucking-for-you business there. And you can quote me on that. And that's going to add a lot of value to your customer's experience. They're going to say, oh, great, I'm thinking about buying Emperor Social, and this looks good, but I don't really know what I'm going to go promote, and I don't want just the software to sit there. Well, go do the fucking work for them, and go make them a template, and make it so that all they have to do is, drag and drop and copy and paste, and they'll have a business running right there. So if you use that strategy, you go and do a total done-for-you business pack. And if it's for local marketing, just take the same idea and transfer it to your industry. We'll show you how to get the clients. I'll give you the template you needed to send the email to the client. I'll give you my database of phone numbers or my graphics packs, blah, 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 blah. The point is to make it unique and to give it a really good name in a box. And, studies show that having a graphic next to something goes and doubles the excitement that people say. If I didn't have a graphic here, people would be a lot less excited. So go get a graphic made for your bonuses, okay? Other things that I have on this page is, I had this report called Naming Formula to Triple Sales. This is, read it, figure it out. This is basically another gap I said is people, they don't know how to name stuff really well. So I went ahead and created a document. Where they could go ahead and learn how to name their stuff. Amazon Word Wizard X is an old software that I had that goes and pulls keywords from Amazon. So if you have some sort of software that you already have or some sort of course or report, what you're going to need to do is don't just go ahead. Let's say you have a Facebook course or a traffic course. By the way, traffic bonuses are going to be very, very powerful. Let's just say you have some sort of traffic software, okay? The way you're going to go position a traffic software for Emperor Social is you're going to say blah, 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 affiliate marketing, build the fan pages, and we're going to teach them traffic methods, both free and paid. However, maybe you have a super secret traffic message that nobody knows about. So the way you could position your software or your traffic method is you would simply say, hey, Martin's Emperor Social is absolutely fantastic. It's killing it. But I want to discover a way not only to get 100 visitors free per day, but how to get 1,000 visitors through my viral traffic method. And you're only going to get that if you're one of the first blah blah to go buy through my link. And if you do something like that, they're going to go completely crazy. You give it naming, good position. I mean, you guys are all great marketers. You know the routine. And then you could do other bonuses. In this case, I offered a conditional bonus which I offered like to the first 5 people or something. It was a 40-minute consulting call with me. If you're willing to do that, this will be selling for $997. That'd be an absolutely wonderful thing to go ahead and offer. Or even better, you could offer them a webinar. So you could say, anybody who purchased through my link is going to go get access to this super secret webinar. And if you need Martin to go jump on a webinar with you and you're in our top 5, that's no problem. I'm sure Martin wouldn't have a problem for doing a private webinar as a bonus with you guys if you're in our top 5. Obviously, if you sell 3 copies, it's going to be harder to go grab them for an hour of your time, but that's okay. Okay. Then you have the summary. And then what's really important, guys, it's scarcity. I used to do a lot of sales webinars for my products, and I did a lot of testing on different scripts that I use in different things. And I found I would go and do my entire pitch, same list, same demographics. I'd go blah, 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 blah for an hour, and I would change one sentence at the end, and it was the difference between a 15% conversion rate and a 5% conversion rate. So by adding one sentence at the end of an hour-long demonstration and pitch, I tripled my conversions. Do you guys want to know? Can anybody here guess what that sentence was? I see Janny G Money. Janny G Money, you must know the sentence. You're the webinar expert. Come on, guys. Let me see your guesses there. What the one single sentence? I mean, I'm wasting my time for an hour. I'm going blah, 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 blah for an hour. And 3 times as many people buy because I say one fucking sentence. I mean, this just totally blew my mind. And I tested this. I split tested this many times. Okay. The sentence is there's only 10 copies available. Okay. I go blah, 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 blah for an hour. And then I say, all right, guys, link's open. Go ahead and buy. Okay, great. I just sold 5%. Okay, great. Exact same blah, 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 blah for an hour. And I say, okay, guys, only 10 copies available. First 10 gets it. Okay, I convert 3 times as many people buy it. Okay, so that's the point, is people aren't afraid of losing out. What they're afraid of is losing out to the person next to them. So if you tell people oh, you're not going to get this, they don't give a fuck. What they give a fuck about is if you say, hey, you're not going to get this, but John sitting next to you is going to get it instead of you. And if you do that, then they're going to be like, holy shit, I got to get that. I don't want John to get it. So you got to really tap the basic human psychology. So on your bonuses, it's very, very important that that you use scarcity. So you need to plan out how many bonuses you have and how many you're going to give away and how many you want to sell, and you need to put it there and you need to limit it, okay? And you got to go abide by that, okay? You got to do what you say always on the bonus page. So if you only say 20 copies, you got to go by 20 copies, okay? That's what I'm saying to you officially there, okay? So you need to go and use scarcity, and that will make people do that. And it's doing a sort of a countdown on the bonus page is very, very helpful as well, okay? So that's the basic bonus page idea. I have another style of bonus page that I'm going to go ahead and show you in just a minute. But before I do, is there any questions on the whole page here that I just went and showed you? Let's wait a second here. Nope, you guys know it all. You guys got all the secret. Somebody's saying any tips on the video. Okay, that's a very, very good question, Bertrand. What I do in the video is I'm very, very direct. So I just say. And Stephen Renton wants to know my secrets of why I wave my hands. That's my Jedi tricks, but I don't know if I'm going to reveal my Jedi tricks here. But let me go and let me go ahead and let me tell you about the video. Okay, when I do the videos, I make it really fucking clear why I'm there on the video. So I'm not I'm not there saying, hi guys, I'm gonna go and scratch my butt on this video, and I'm gonna pretend like I'm giving you content and blah blah blah. I don't do that. I'm like, okay, I'll just pretend I'm on the video right now. It's like, okay guys, on May 14th, Martin Kremlish is releasing Emperor Social to the general public. And I have the best fucking bonus in the world. And if you want to go and get my bonus, you need to be one of the first 20 buyers, and you're going to be left out. Now, Emperor Social is just fucking amazing right now, but you already know that, so I'm going to let you march and tell you all about that on the next page. What I'm here for is I'm going to tell you why you need to go and buy Emperor Social through my link, because I have the best fucking bonus you've ever seen in your fucking life. Okay. Are you guys excited now? Do you want my bonus? Now, I wouldn't recommend swearing on videos with custies, but we're all JVs here, and I'm sure all of you have real bad potty mouths, so it's okay. But the point is you get straight to the point. You don't buy them a drink. They're already drunk, and you just invite them to your room. Is basic. You just gotta get straight to the point, because they're gonna already know about Emperor Social. They're already gonna know that Emperor Social is just this great fucking thing. They don't need another thing telling them go buy Emperor Social. We're gonna be telling that enough, and all the other JVs emailing them and not getting sales are telling them all about that. So you're there to say, okay, I already know that you want Emperor Social. You're here to just buy it through my fucking bonus, okay? Now, Stephen Renton asked me about my hand-waving secrets. Some people have seen that I like to wave my hands in front of my thing in my video. Actually, I have no idea what I'm doing, but people tell me that I'm using NLP techniques, but I don't know what NLP is. So when in doubt, just shake your hands in front of your face and wave them across your hand, and people will think that you're using some sort of secret psychological technique, okay? And there was one other question here that I saw. It was really good. Vesco's asking about the pre-sale. I kind of touched on that. What you want to do is generally I'll do a couple, like a 2-email sequence on the pre-launch, and then start hitting hard on the launch. The 2-email sequence is I'll usually mail them directly to my bonus page instead of the pre-launch page, and then I'll link up the bonus page to the pre-launch page, and I'll also exit pop it. So if you put a bonus page, you always exit pop the bonus page to the either the pre-launch or there. So that way you're going to get opt-ins, because opt-ins are important, and we want your opt-ins. And you're also just going to impart them, just keep them drilled on the fact that you want your bonus. If you know how to do retargeting, this isn't a class on how to do retargeting, and don't ask me how to do it if you don't know how. I recommend that you retarget your bonus page, either to your own bonus page, or just set up retargeting to retarget it through your affiliate link to our direct sales page. Either one of those will work. We don't mind if you do that. So that's it on this page. I have one other type of page I want to show you. Are there any other questions here that I missed? Okay. Now, that being said, I'm going to go and show you part 2 of my bonus promotion. Okay. So on this promotion, I went and mailed my bonus page on the pre-launch, and then I mailed it the first couple days after launch, and then eventually, a couple days into the launch, maybe 3 days in launch, all my bonuses sold out. Okay. This what needs to happen is you offer 20 bonuses, after 3 days or so, those bonuses are going to sell out. So what you need to do is, you could go ahead and close your bonus page and say, sorry guys, we're sold out. Here's a link. Or if you could get 500 people on a webinar, you could go and funnel the people to the webinar. And usually what I do is, towards the end of the launch, I make a new bonus page, because people get really fucking tired of seeing your same bonus page, and they're going to stop clicking if you've just been mailing it to the whole time. So after like 3 or 4 days into the launch, I usually make like a summary bonus page saying, okay, guys, those 20 copies are sold out, but now we're offering 5 more copies. Okay? And in offering 5 more copies, you send them on this new page. And in this case, I made a quick little webcam video, and I went and attached the webcam video to a replay. Okay. Other techniques that Martin will go ahead and be talking about is you can do Google Hangouts instead of webinars. So if you have a really strong bonus, what you can do is you can put all your people on a Google Hangout the day of the webinar. And don't ask me how to do Google Hangouts. If you know how to do it, figure it out and do it. This isn't a Google Hangouts training. If you know Google Hangouts, throw them on Google Hangouts on the day of the webinar, on the day of the launch, or also on the last day of the launch, you can throw them on Google Hangouts. Now on Emperor Social, we're going to be giving you lots of different reasons to mail. There's going to be the card open, because the reason why most launches are up and dead in 3 days is we stop giving you reasons to mail. So we're going to have the card open. We're going to have the monthly plan available. That's going to be revealed 2 or 3 days into the launch. We're going to add some bonus that's going to be revealed a couple other days. We're going to have a big group shared webinar that's a few other days, and then we're going to have the close down. So instead of coming at you for 7 days saying mail every day, guys, mail every day, which your customers are going to be like, stop mailing me the same shit every day. I either bought or I didn't. We're going to be giving you new entertaining things to mail. We're going to be giving you reasons to keep mailing and for the contest, because we're having this huge $50,000 cash contest. We want you to be able to win that, okay? And so what I want to do really quickly is I want to show you another type of bonus page. I did this last year. I was promoting Chad Moretta's App Empire, which was an app building course, and I was about a month away or a month and a half away from releasing SkyBuilder, which was my app building software. So what I did in order to do really, really good on Chad's contest is I actually, on my bonus page, I didn't even talk about Chad's course. All I said was, hey guys, I'm releasing SkyBuilder next month. Do you want a free copy? And then the video, all I did was demoed SkyBuilder and got them really fucking excited about SkyBuilder. And I said, okay, who wants to get a copy of SkyBuilder when it's released next month for free? And everybody went and raised their hand. So what we did is anybody who, or within the first, I think 20, who bought Chad's course through my affiliate link, I went and gave them a free copy of SkyBuilder. Then the net effect was I ended up making the same amount of money on each license, because the the commission that I got from Chad went and equaled how much I would sell it to my guys anyway without an affiliate link on them. But I also went and won Chad's contest and got a huge bonus and blah, 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 blah. So I actually made more money by going ahead and doing it like this than if I just, waited and sold it. So you can really, really, get a double whammy there, where you get tons of, where you make more money because of the commissions by giving away a piece of software that you haven't released yet, or your course that you haven't released yet. And then you also get, the commissions and the reciprocal and all that kind of really, really good stuff. Any questions on that before I show you my last page and then we turn it over to Martin? Let's wait a second here. Okay. Very, very, very good stuff. The last page I want to show, this is just something I did a couple years ago. You see it's the same template, the same kind of video. This was for promoting SE Nuix X, our EBS product. And this is just to give you a little bit of perspective on different ways to do it. SE Nuix was a link building tool, or is a link building tool. And so I gave them a report on how to use SE Nuix X without endangering your site. So this is another example how you could do the missing piece of the puzzle aspect too, is say, okay, well, Emperor Social is fantastic, but you need my report to avoid being banned by Facebook when you use it, or something like that, or so for types, and I gave a special webinar, and I gave something else. So for types of bonuses, let's talk about Emperor Social specifically. If we're talking about Emperor Social specifically, we have two aspects that are going on. One is teaching them how to do affiliate marketing. So the stuff for the affiliate marketing, what's going to work really, really well is generally traffic or monetization are done for you. So we're going to basically help them get up their Facebook pages and get a bunch of traffic and likes to it and monetization. But they're going to need more ways to get traffic. So any sort of traffic solution, use that as your bonus. If you have a report, you have a software, anything, put it up, frame it around there, call it the Emperor, give it a brand name that has to do with Emperor Social so they feel like it's really, really exclusive to there, okay? The other way is, you can give them a Facebook ads course or some Facebook viral technique or something like that would make a real excellent pre-sale. The other way is the other way that's going to work really well is that we have something called Royal Consulting, which is local business marketing. So any sort of bonus that's going to help them with local business marketing, your course, whatever, blah blah blah. If you're in the local business marketing, you probably already have an idea on how to go do that. Okay. So that being said, I'm going to turn this over to Martin in just a minute. Do you guys have any questions for me before I sign off? And I'll let Martin go and show the strategy that he used to go and sell over $250,000 with the $7 WSO list. But any more questions for me before I sign off? Nope. Going once. Good. Who else? Some people are asking, how well did this method work for you on Amazing Selling Machines? It worked really fucking amazing. I sold a lot. I sold it. I was happy with the amount of product that I sold. Okay. And Stephen Renton says he has an extra Prince ticket available, and he's going to do an open auction for the Prince ticket. Whoops, sorry. I'm just kidding, Stephen. You can give me the Prince ticket. I'm gonna go. I'll outbid you all. Okay, you guys can't bid against me because I'll win. So let me have the Prince ticket. But anyways, that all being said, let me go ahead and turn this over to the Grandmaster, Mr. Crumlish. I suggest you listen to Martin. He's not a foul mouth swearing, guy like me, but he makes just as much money. So you should listen to him. Okay, here you go, Martin. It's all yours.
Hey guys, how you all doing? Thanks for the intro there, Greg. I don't think I make as much money as you yet, but I'm trying. So, guys, can you all hear me okay, yeah? All right, cool, you can all hear me, right? Greg, if you just switch the screen over to me, or I think I can take it here. All right, guys, can you see my screen now? You should see a mobile offline arsenal, it should say. All right, cool. All right, so this part of the webinar for me, I'm going to talk about sort of like the case study of the promotion I did for Greg's product there for SkyBuilder, mainly because it's the numbers I did on it were extracted from a small, what people would call a low-ticket list, but I'm going to show you why there's no such thing as a low-ticket list and tell you how you can all replicate what I did. So the page you see in front of you now is Mobile Offline Arsenal, and this is one of my bonus pages. I'm going to go through now in a second. But just on first glance here, you can see that it touches on a lot of the same things that Greg just had there with the graphic appeal and stuff. So I'm just going to go over to PowerPoint for a second here, and I'm just going to go through a few general points before we get into the case study. So I do a lot of promotions, like most of you here, in the kind of forum space, or the WSO space, or the FSO space, whatever you want to call it. And I don't really treat my promotions there any differently to what I did for Greg's. So the main principles I go for, and these are things that you should apply to all your promotions really, but especially for your campaign for Emperor Social. I don't just blast out an email. I never copy and paste a swipe file, because customers are going to be getting loads of emails. Nothing looks worse if they get 5 emails that are identical. It just makes people look, like they're cashing in. I always make a well-designed review page. I demo the product on that page as well. I suggest ways that they can use it. I don't just say, oh, this is great, go get it. I actually tell them about the product, what it is, show them how they can use it, how they can apply it to their business and get them thinking about it and making them desire it. And I add a related bonus. So if I have a Facebook product, I don't send a bonus about, getting backlinks, something completely unrelated. And then throughout that, I commit to a mailing campaign of at least 2 or 3 emails, especially to the unopens, because a lot of the unopens are only because people didn't see your email due to time zones and things. It's not because they said no to the offer. So that's just some basic guidelines. So one of the bonus pages I'm going to start with, it's one that I used for more for a forum-based offer or a lower price point, but you'll see that a lot of the same things still apply. This one is for a product that was called Hybrid Connect. So what I did for this was I didn't shoot a review video of my own. I used the sales video from the actual site. I just stuck it on a page. I used InstaBuilder, which is a product of mine or that I used to own, and I set up the page here. Basically laid out what the product was, showed them the product, then added a very related bonus. Alright, so in this case I had a collection of plugins and things, so I laid it all out here, and you can see the page, how colourful it is, how visual it is. And if I just listed these in bullet points, it's going to look pretty shit, and they're not going to be very excited. So as Greg was saying, I'm selling them on the bonus here, and I'm telling them the product's good and check it out in the video, but here's the bonus, and here's what you're going to be getting if you buy from my link. And then very importantly, I added some scarcity as well. So that's just one of my lower ticket bonus pages. Now for SkyBuilder, I'm going to talk about the campaign for that now, because that's the best result I've had. So I was approached to promote this, and right from the start I gave myself the target of at least a top 10 finish, and as things progressed I knew that I had a good chance of winning it. So I planned everything out well in advance, and started out with me analysing the product. I got access to it, I spoke to Greg a little bit, and I just checked it all out and realised that it was what it was, all about mobile and stuff. So once I established the market and what it was, I decided to go looking for bonuses, related bonuses, and phase 1 for me was priming the list. That's what I call it. And I started that 7 days before the actual launch. I didn't tell them there was a big product coming at the start. I didn't tell them, get ready to buy this on this date. I just started saying, this is a thank you bonus, here's something for running a mobile business, here's a theme. And I started telling them about why mobile was growing, all kinds of stats like, more people have a phone than have a toothbrush, more people have phones than whatever, all these kind of crazy stats, and started building them into the mindset. That went on for a week, and throughout that week, I don't have the stats to hand, but my mail opens were increasing and increasing, and people were like, "Well, this is really cool. I can't wait to see day 6 and day 7." So it was almost like a drip feed launch of bonuses. I mean, there was no money changing hands. It was just me giving value to my list. And it wasn't any old random shitty PLR. It was like good stuff that I had edited and rebranded and give different names to, some custom design stuff. So I was just setting the scene there of over delivery in phase 1, getting the list ready for something that was coming. So towards the end of that week, getting closer to the launch date for SkyBuilder, what I did then was I started dripping in saying, okay guys, I'm building up to something here. I've given you all the stuff you need for a mobile business now. You could go off and start selling mobile websites, and that's going to be cool. But I've got a big event happening on whatever date, and I need you to sign up here for this event. I didn't call it a launch. I didn't tell them it was for SkyBuilder. I didn't say there was anything for sale. I said, I'm going to give you a live demo. I'm going to reveal something on this date. I'm going to have a special bonus for you. I'm going to have a special Q&A session, something that's going to be really a big opportunity for your business is going to be on this webinar, so you've got to be there. I started really pushing that. So that was phase 2, building the buzz, and I did that gradually throughout the week of bonuses. So phase 3 was, it was game time. SkyBuilder was going live, so it was time for me to put this into action, to flick the switch, so to speak, and start the promotion. So I had one email queued up for 5 minutes before live, just remind people about the webinar. I had another email queued up promoting the product, and then the webinar kicked off as soon as the product went live. And it wasn't, I didn't have Greg on the webinar, I didn't have anybody who's involved with SkyBuilder on the webinar. It was just me with access to the product. And because I had primed the list and built the buzz and got everybody in the right mindset that, oh yeah, mobile is where it's at, mobile apps are where it's at, everyone was in the right mindset. They were hanging off me every word. Everything I showed them about apps, I started showing them some success stories with apps, and then I started telling them about how they could get into that business. And then this is where you can almost hear it clicking in their brain when I said, and this is how you make apps. And then I logged into SkyBuilder and I started making an app in front of them. So I started using the tool when I was promoting. And if anybody's used SkyBuilder, you'll know you can muscle up a great app in 5 or 10 minutes. I mean, it's really a piece of cake. And Emperor Social is like that as well. It's built for you to log in live and make something that people can see you making, and they can see how easy it is. It's very easy to use, right? So I went through that, and I set them, I kind of set a challenge, or I set myself a task. I said, guys, somebody give me a website now of a local business and whatever. So I just started picking one random, and then went to the website, sight unseen, I don't know what it was, and then I built an app for that business, and I told the guy who gave me the link, email me after the webinar and I'll give you this app and you can go and sell it. And then, just to go on a tangent, later on in the promotion, that guy did sell the app to the business. The one that 10 minutes, he sold it for $400. So I got a testimonial off him, and he's actually, you know, I'm still in touch with him. He does loads of stuff now with that client. So I'm just going to jump out to the bonus page as well, because excuse me, the bonus, I started putting the bonus into at the end of the webinar, telling them go to this page and this is how you can get SkyBuilder. So I'm going to jump over there now and show you it. It's this one here. That's right, it's this one here. Mobile Offline Arsenal. This is, I touch on this a little bit later in the presentation, but basically I built an entire product which I didn't release, but I spent a lot of time and money on, and the branding for it and the design. I put this product together for SkyBuilder. So as Greg was saying, I looked at the product. It's all about apps. So what else do people need when they have apps? They probably need a mobile website. So this is the gap in the software. I filled that gap with the result that people went crazy. Just for this year, there was people who used this bonus without, they didn't log into SkyBuilder for like a week later. So for Emperor Social, what you should be doing is playing around with the software and looking at the areas where there are gaps, because there are gaps there. It is a software product designed to make pages, so the gaps are going to be there with client acquisition for offline, or finding leads, or how to close sales, or for marketing, affiliate marketing. It's going to be things like traffic, Facebook ads, how to get low cost clicks, all that sort of stuff. So just to analyze this page here, right away we've got the scarcity, limited to 50 people. I've got the video. Now I went for a different approach to Greg. He's on camera himself doing his Jedi hand stuff. I did a kind of a sales presentation with the slides and stuff here. Gives a demo of the whole product. So yeah, it just goes through the whole thing, shows what they get. Spent a lot of time in the design here, so you can see that. And then just below the product shot here, I had scarcity, and rather than just say 20 or 50 for sale and then just one number, I was checking them off each time a few sold. And this was actually, these were real numbers. Every time a few sold, I checked them off, and that was really adding to the scarcity. Next thing then is, again, you saw this in Greg's, how to claim your bonus. We've got all the steps then. So clear the cookies, which is very important, especially when there's a lot of people mailing the same thing. You want to make sure you get the sale. So, and if you have a good enough bonus, you're going to have people trying to switch, trying to refund from someone else and buy again, and all sorts of stuff. If you do your bonus right, you tell them what they want to buy. So it's going to be the Emperor Social yearly license, and then you tell them how to get their bonus, and then you give some instructions and some feedback about about when they're going to get the bonus from me, so they're going to be happy. Then you got your get started link, which is the buy link, and then here's everything you get, just a recap of the bonus. And what I did was, throughout the launch, I added more bonuses to it. So on this one here, I identified a further gap. So I said half the battle in creating an app or a mobile website is making it look good. So I said the first 50 people who buy, I'm going to get my designer to design an app icon and a splash page. So right away you should be getting ideas now for Emperor Social. I mean, people are they're going to need icons designed. They're going to need timeline cover images. They might even need, like, they get their new Facebook page, they might need a new mobile page to go with it. All sorts of stuff, and you can add those. You can add those and get them done very cheaply from an outsourcer because of the price point. There's enough commission there to easily absorb that. Now we got some more bonus stuff at the end. So this was the first bonus page for SkyBuilder, and just at this point, I want to ask: does anybody have any questions? And I'll just give it a couple of seconds here. If you have a question about any part of what I did for SkyBuilder, just type it in the box there. Okay, no questions. Everybody seems happy enough. I'm just going to hop back over to PowerPoint here. So that was the, I've got a few questions now. Sorry, we got a question from Peter. How did I handle selling more than 50 bonuses? Well, Peter, what I did there was, and I'm going to cover it a little bit later in the presentation here, I used something that I just call, I snowballed my bonuses. So I had an initial bonus, and that was 50, that was grand. Then later on I added something to it, that was another 50, and people who bought previously were grandfathered into it, as they say, so the previous people got those bonuses too. And I just kept adding more and more bonuses with a limited number around them, and that way people who bought at the start were still getting all the bonuses, and the scarcity was still real. I wasn't just making it up, and people could see that. Bertrand was asking about the WSO I did for the SkyBuilder promotion. I'm going to come to that now a little bit more just in the presentation here. So yeah, I just showed you the bonus page there now. So I covered a lot of the same sort of stuff that worked for Greg, and obviously it works well because it worked for me too. I did the webinar, put myself on the spot, stayed in the webinar, and did a Q&A. On that webinar, most people were really excited and they didn't have time to formulate objections. So I just did a quick Q&A, then I give them my email address and says, email me if you have any questions. So that was very important. I thought, like, I don't want to lose the connection with them, and I don't want them to stop thinking about this once I leave the webinar. And obviously I can't stay live in the webinar for 2 hours, 3 hours. So, I mean, very clear that I had an email where they could contact me. And I must have got about 20 emails from just people who had questions that I couldn't answer on the webinar, or questions they thought of after having a look at the sales page. And I was able to close loads more sales. I mean, probably double the sales in the webinar just from following up after. So if you're planning on doing webinars, have some kind of a basic method, even just an email, but have some basic method to follow up with people. And I recommend you do it in person because you know your customers better than some support desk person. And at this price point, you're going to be able to convince them because you're all marketers, you're all experienced people, you've sold yourselves. You know what's involved, and you know how to produce an offer that's going to make sense to someone. So all throughout the webinar, I emphasized the closed cart time. Wasn't as relevant for the first webinar because I think SkyBuilder was like a 2-week launch or something. It was a little longer than Emperor Social. Emperor Social is going to be a week, so it's going to be a lot more fast and furious. But I started emphasizing the scarcity. As long as there's some element of scarcity on the webinar, and just like the thing Greg said at the end, this is only for 10 people, this is only for the next 20 people, that is an emotional trigger. If people go on the webinar and you give them this great offer, they mentally file it away and say, oh yeah, I'm going to check it out tomorrow, that's pretty cool. But if you force them into a decision on the webinar, and it's fear of loss, then at the start of the webinar, you're convincing people that they want something. And if you do that properly, at the end of the webinar, they're mentally invested in that. They think they have it, and then if you say, okay, it's only for 20 people, then all of a sudden there's a chance that that's going to be taken away from them. So mentally they think, oh, I have this, if I want this, I can get it now, it's up to me. But if you say only 20 people are getting this, you're taking control away from them. You're the person who's in control of who's getting it, and then they're going to say, well, if I want this now, I've got to take action now. So what you're doing there is you're kicking them into action. and you'd be amazed how well that works. Bonus scarcity, I just talked about that there now. So the special bonus product I created was Mobile Offline Arsenal. You could easily replicate this for Emperor Social. In fact, Mobile Offline Arsenal itself could be a complementary product for Emperor Social. And the reason I think that is because when I think about offline marketing or online marketing for a business or for some kind of a client or any kind of a campaign, there's like a trio or maybe even 4 things now that they have to tick. They need a website, they need a mobile website, and they need a Facebook presence. Any brand now that is missing one of those 3, they look out of place. All right, they're not covering all their channels that they need to do. Excuse me. So they need all 3. So some mobile product would be a perfect gap to go with Emperor Social, because if somebody let's say you have a client, you sell them the Facebook page, well, that's a foot in the door. Right away, that person could be buying a mobile website, they could be buying a normal website, they could be buying a mobile app, they could be buying consulting, they could be buying marketing, ads, all kinds of shit. Anything you can do online, basically, once you get a handful of clients. And by the way, this is me speaking to customers, not to you guys, the JVs, but this is the kind of conversation you should be having with your customers, saying why they need to cover all the bases. So if your bonus can cover one of those gaps, then you're selling the bonus, and it subconsciously sells them in the Emperor Social as well. So what I did then is I snowballed the bonuses throughout, and I kind of, as I was getting, I was promoting a few days, and I got to top of the leaderboard. So I was thinking, right, okay, there's a 30 grand prize here. I really need to push the boat out, because 30,000 cash is a lot of money, no matter what your bank account's like. It's a prize that you want to win. So what I did was I started really getting a few other campaigns going in the middle of the launch. More reasons to mail. I wasn't just mailing the same thing over and over again. So just going to go to the second bonus page here now. I call this snowballing the bonus. So I'm just adding to the bonus all throughout the launch. It's not hurting anybody who buys it before. It's not pissing them off, because they're going to get it anyway. And it's just getting people off the fence. I mean, it's like some guy sitting on the fence, and you're just throwing things at him until you're going to knock him off the fence, and he's going to buy eventually. All right, if you think of it that way, he's on the fence, and you're just there punching him in the face until he gets off, and he buys what you're selling. So the other one was Skybuilder bonus page. I registered a domain, skybuildermobile.com, and I know a lot of you guys are doing this for Emperor Social, because I've seen them on Google. So what I've done here is, you're seeing the final incarnation of this for the cart close, where you see it was less than 15 hours left the last time I made this. I've got the scarcity for how many people are going to get this, introduction about when it's closing. At this point, they know what Skybuilder is. They're sick of me demonstrating it, and I'm just saying, look, this is the awesome product. You have to buy this. I've got proof here this time as well, which I'm going to talk about a little bit later. But I had my customers contact me with testimonials of quick results they had from using the product, so you can do that with Emperor Social. We've got the instructions again. We've got the email to send to the buy button, and then we've got the bonuses. So right now, this is the most heat I could bring bonus wise. So if you really want to win, you can do all this too. I came up with a complete mobile coaching group, and I know one other person did this as well with good success. Paul did. So if he could vouch for this as well. Built a VIP coaching group. I didn't just call it mobile coaching. I called it Mobile Masterclass VIP Coaching Group. Just rolls off the tongue, sounds something valuable. Basically, that was a specialist Skype group where I was in, and they were chatting to me as well. And we had training webinars. We had a Facebook group, and both those groups are still active now, and they're thriving. There's all sorts of people getting success, having success stories in there. The next one then was bonus part 2, which was Mobile Offline Arsenal, the business in the box. If you go to mobileofflinearsenal.com, you can see everything that was in that, and that should give you some ideas. I don't have time to show every single thing now. Bonus part 3 was the mobile website CMS. This was a mobile website builder, which I branded like Mobile Offline Arsenal. So again, this would be a perfect thing to put there with Emperor Social. Bonus 4 was another one of my products, which I sold for $497 before. Bonus 5 was the branding package that I had before. I added to that then. I said, I'll build the app for you as well. And again, that was, I just outsourced that. Cost next to nothing to do. And on this, a lot of people don't even claim the bonus because they get caught up in other things, and you don't have to even fulfill every one. They don't get back to you. And now this is the last one that I brought to it. And obviously, everybody's got they're in different stages of their marketing career, and they've a different amount of products and things. But I had quite a prolific launch record on the Wireform back when I was doing launches on the Wireform, and WSO today was quite a sought after title. And it's quite different now, but back then it was got you a lot of sales. It was a big enough deal to start anyway. So I had a huge back catalogue of products, and most people here have a back catalogue of products. You have products that you released. You have products that are unreleased but are valuable, and they could be released as a bonus, all that sort of stuff. So I put that down and said, if you buy, you get every one of my products free as well. And if they had to buy them all individually, that would cost more than the price of Emperor Social anyway. Okay, so at this point you've convinced them all about what you're promoting, but then you've pushed them way beyond that, and you've sold them the dream, for want of a better word. You've sold them so much bonuses, so much value, that they just can't say no, and they've only got 6 hours left, or they've got 15 hours left, or whatever it is, and they're like, shit, I can't pass this up. Even if I don't use this today, I want this. I want to have access to it, even if I park it. And that just put things into overdrive. And then I set up a membership site where they got future products as well. So those are the 2 main bonus pages I had for Sky Builder. And now, just before I move on to the next bit of the PowerPoint, anybody got any questions about any part of the campaign there? I'll just give you 20 seconds and I'll move on. Everybody happy enough? Okay. All right, so yeah, all through that launch, I didn't commit to promote. I committed to a promotion campaign, which lasted for a week to 2 weeks. All right, I mailed repeatedly, but I didn't do the thing that some people do. I didn't just throw stuff at them. I mailed with different angles, different topics that kind of segued into what I was promoting, and I mailed unopens because, as I said, a lot of unopens are people who just haven't seen the email. It's not people who've rejected what you're saying. And then the closing webinar, I had a massive emphasis then on the cart close, as in, this is closing at this time, the bonuses are going away, the product's going away, get off the fence now. This is what you have to do. And what I actually did, before I move on to the next point, what I actually did as well, I did a Q&A, and I think this was a webinar that Greg was on as well, and I can't remember the stat. I don't know if Greg's still there. We'll try to come out with it later. But we closed something like 80% of the people in the webinar. Now it wasn't a massive webinar, but we got a sale from about 80% of the people. When I checked the attendees, about 80% of the attendees bought. Because it was
Martin, it was incredible. And well, the 80% of the people that didn't already buy, because you had a lot of the people on the call who already bought. We had about 100 people on that final webinar, and I would say probably about 50 of them already bought, and somehow they just found their way on the call because they were bored and curious and confused. And there was about 50 people on the call that didn't buy, and we sold like 40 of them. So, I mean, just because a webinar, when it was closing down, we got like 40 more sales, and these were $1,000 each sale. So, I mean, it was good. It was good. And it wasn't any sort of tricks or content demonstration or come here to, watch my demo. It was like, come here to fucking buy and come here to get kicked off the fucking fence. Okay, I said my piece. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. When I mailed the webinar, I said, look, listen, you've been listening to me talk about this thing now for 2 weeks. Come to this webinar and we will talk about it, and I'll tell you why you need this. Don't come to this webinar if you don't have your wallet with you. Don't come here if you're not prepared to buy, if you're not interested, because you're going to waste your time, you're going to waste our time. So come here, and we fielded some questions. We answered some really targeted questions that people just needed this last little push to get them off that fence and to get them to buy. Just needed one thing clarified, and they really appreciated the personal chance to ask someone as opposed to just email the support desk. And then at the very, very end, if you remember this, Greg, we just said, okay, we've got 20 people still sitting here. Why are you still here? Why have you not gone and bought yet? We asked who has not bought yet, type Y. We got like 20 Ys or 10 Ys, whatever it was. Right, okay. Please type in the box now, why have you not bought? What is your reason for not buying this now? And we got them to list their 10 objections, like, oh, I don't have the money. Can you do this? Is there a refund, or can I get this bonus? All these kind of questions, and each one, we knew that some other people might have these too in their mind, so we went through each one and we completely shut down their objection. And of those last 10 people, we just squeezed every last bit of uncertainty from the people on the webinar, and the result was, yeah, the 80% of the people who hadn't bought before bought, which is the webinar, the whole thing only lasted like half an hour or 40 minutes. It wasn't a big 2-hour slog fest where you're trying to beg these people to buy your special whatever. It was a short, to the point webinar. So just I can't emphasize strongly enough. It was recommended to me big time by Greg and Jason as well, who was managing the JV side of things. You have to hit the cart close. You have to hit the scarcity, and I don't know what percentage, but like 25% of my total sales came in the last few hours of the entire launch, and the launch was 2 weeks. So, a lot of people think they mail like crazy at the start and think that's where you make your money. You make your money at the end of the launch. Obviously you make good money at the start, and you're going through the launch, chipping away at people, getting them off the fence. But this isn't something that costs $7 or 27 or whatever. It's a relatively, it's a bigger price than normal. So they take a bit of convincing. They need to know you believe in the product. They don't want to just see one email from you talking shit saying this is great, here, buy it, here's a bonus of some PLR shit. That's nonsense. That's not going to work. That's just going to make you look, it's just not. It doesn't reflect well on you as a marketer. If you don't build a proper campaign and believe in the product, people are going to see through that. And just going off on another tangent, I got countless emails. I've lost count, right? People who emailed me during the SkyBuilder launch, and this is going to happen on Emperor Social as well for some of you. They emailed me saying, "Oh, I bought through this guy, but his bonus is actually crap. I wish I bought from you because I can tell you really believe in this product. You're going to use it yourself." And I did use it myself. I've sold apps from SkyBuilder. I made a point of doing that, and I used it as case studies. And you can do that with Emperor Social because we have JV access for you. And because I did a proper campaign, that really stood out with people. So none of these just send one email and have bonus 1 to 6 listed at the end of it. That's not going to cut it, okay? I kept very close tabs on who bought, and using the Post Affiliate Pro system, you can get all their details. You can see who bought. You can get their emails and stuff. I followed up with those guys. I got my support person to follow up with them. I offered them a bonus or an incentive, or most of them were quite helpful anyway, and I encouraged them to put it into action because I wanted to get a few case studies and a few success stories. And if I go back to browser here, I list 2, 3, 4, 6 people there who between them must have sold like 20 grand of apps or 15 grand of apps. So there was proof there. People who had bought the product that week had made money that week. And I got these guys to do, I got these guys to do videos, give testimonials, the whole shebang, and that all factored into it as well. You can offer a done-for-you service, making the pages and apps. I covered that already. And then the testimonials thing I just spoke about there now. So that's kind of the long and short of my campaign. Actually there's one other big part. I forgot to type it in here. I'm going to try to find it here now. It's called App Masterclass. App Masterclass was a WSO that I had planned for. It was a 3-day offer. Here's the date, July 21st. It was a 3-day offer, and I planned this product to be released on the Warrior Forum. I gave away 100% commission, or 125%, whatever it was. Didn't do a massive amount of affiliate recruitment because the commissions attracted people. I set it up because I wanted it to be WSO of the day. I made sure that high EPCs, and it was the best offer on that day. And the whole product is all about how to get into the app business. You've got all the graphics here, and for graphics, it was actually a huge course. It took me a lot of time to make it, but it was all part of the game plan. So if you go and Google App Masterclass, you get an idea there of a complementary product. And the whole purpose of this was to get fresh leads in, and once they were in, the back-end webinar was my webinar, my second last webinar, the one that was on the second last day of the launch, which allowed me to sell them. In the WSO here, I sold them the how-to, or the information, and then on the webinar, then I showed them, here's the solution, here's what you need to do this. So the WSO said you can get into App Marketplace, you can sell apps, here's everything you need to know about apps, it's big money, all this kind of stuff. And then Sky Builder was the tool. So you could do this with Facebook marketing, and then Emperor Social can be the solution to the problem you've just created in their mind. You've given them an opportunity, but the problem is, oh, how am I going to create these pages? How am I going to create these apps? Boom, here's Emperor Social. Off you go now. You've got a complete business in a box. If you can't make this work, then I give up. All right. So that was the final part of the campaign. This worked a treat, and I'm pretty sure it helped with the overall contest as well. Before I just get down to the last part of my thing now, does anybody have any final questions they want to ask me? Are you all happy enough? All right, not seeing any questions, so I'm just going to finish up my part then. Greg, maybe you can have the final word then. But I just want to emphasize there's no such thing as a low ticket list. I hear people say, oh, I only have a low ticket list. I only do WSOs. That's it's a load of shit basically, because there is no way in this earth that you have just people who can only afford $27 on your list. Even if you had a small list of 1,000 people, you're not going to have 1,000 broke people. You're going to have some people who can afford it. I mean, I have I personally buy things that cost $10. I buy things that cost $1,000. Information products and software and things myself, and there's no. I'm not pigeonholed into one demographic. You guys are the same. You all spend money on your business, whether it's something cheap or something more expensive. So the customers on your list are like this as well. Just from doing this business for the last few years, I've got to know quite a few of my customers just via email, and there's some extremely surprising people on there. I have a few CEOs of companies, like I wouldn't say they're Fortune 500, but one of them's got one of the guys has got 300 staff working for him. I've got people who are basically millionaires. One guy had a startup which he exited. I can't give the name, but I exchanged a lot of emails with him, and he bought Sky Builder. I've got tech bloggers. I've got some woman from America. I don't know. She's on one of the American cable channels or network channels. I googled her anyway. She's quite famous. I never heard of her, but she's quite famous in the States. I've got a few athletes and all sorts of people on my list. So you guys are all the same. There's no such thing as a low ticket list. It's all about you doing the job, doing the business as a marketer. This is your bread and butter, is finding things that are going to be solutions for your customers and presenting it to them in such a way that it helps them and they're going to want to buy. So I think that's all I can say about my JV strategy on this one. if you have any more questions, we can you can fire away there now. A few
Yeah,
people are asking
that
about JV access. Guys, if you want to reach out to me just on Facebook, send me a Facebook message if you need JV access, and I'll take care of it. Sorry, Greg, go ahead.
no, go ahead and finish, Mark. I was just gonna do some closing remarks after you're done. So go ahead and answer what other questions are there.
All right, cool. Peter's asking, how long did the bonuses take me? Peter, I started preparing probably a few weeks in advance. A lot of the stuff I had already, and I'm a big believer in exchanging money for time. So I didn't do all this myself. I just outsourced pretty much all of it. A lot of it could be done very, very inexpensively on Fiverr, even, or Odesk, like things like PLR reports. Just get a new name, change the presentation of it, get a cover image done, and that's essentially a new product. So a couple of weeks I'd say it took me. Kerry's asked me how big was my list when I put a Skybuilder. I can't remember what exact size it was, but I know it was way, way, way smaller than some of the people who I beat anyway. So I don't know what my EPCs were, but definitely punching well above the weight. And not only me, we also had a few other WSO guys, as people like to term us, in the top 10 as well. So, and it was all because people did techniques like I've done here. There was a lot of commonality between the most successful promotions. The people who didn't do well were people who just blasted out an email and thought, oh, I've got 10,000 subscribers or whatever, that I'm going to make 5% conversion. It doesn't work like that. It's not simply a numbers game. It's more about the promotion. We've got a few guys asking, is this recorded? Yeah, it's recorded, and we're going to get that out in the Facebook group. So one more minute. If anybody has any more questions, after that we're going to wrap it up.
Let me just say, Martin, you have about a $28 EPC on every click that you. I just went and checked. Every click that you sent to the Skybuilder launch, you made $28 fucking dollars.
Yeah, it's pretty. Like I've never had stats like that.
Yeah, and the other guys who did concentrated bonus promotions, they did the same. Actually, you weren't the highest EPC. One of the guys, I think he was 4th or 5th place. He had $45 EPC, but he just sent less clicks. So it wasn't just a Martin thing. It was all the guys that were doing concentrated intelligent bonus promotions were getting between $20 and $40 EPCs. That's per click, guys. I mean, you're making like $30 per click that you go and send, and Emperor Social is going to convert the same for you. And I remember on our Skybuilder launch, the people that there was actually one guy who was one of the bigger heavy hitters in the industry, and he didn't come in at the opening bell. He came in late, and he didn't do that great because you need to be there on the opening bell. You need to be there. You're going to go get probably like 30% of your sales on the opening gun, but that's going to set your offer in your customers' minds, and then you're going to get another 30% as the week goes on, and then a 30% on the close day. Now we're only doing a 7-day launch because we've done a bunch of experimenting and testing, and 7 days is the right amount of time because it gives you a reason to keep mailing. If we do it like 2 weeks, you're going to you're going to get sick of mailing. Your customers are going to be sick of hearing this. But 7 days, we're going to give you a different reason to mail every day. First couple days, oh wow, it's open, get it quick. Here's our limited time opening bonuses. And then after that, we're going to be like, okay, we're opening the monthly plan. And then after that, we're going to like, okay, we're adding another bonus, mail again. And then it's going to be like, okay, guys, time to close down, mail again. And by doing that, you're not just throwing it to the same page every day where they're just fucking sick of it. You're giving them new information. So you're not saying, in every mail, go buy Emperor Social, it's open, go buy it. Instead, you're saying, oh, look, Emperor Social just added a new bonus. Oh, look, Emperor Social is closing down. And by doing that, you can have, instead of just, like reaming them with like email after email, click here, stupid, you're actually having a conversation with them. You're just a provider of information. You're saying, okay, guys, well, guess what? Emperor Social just like added an extra bonus. Like, go check it out. Here's that link if you want to see. So that's the key. So let me go ahead and ask all the people here on the call. And obviously, I know probably the guys who have like the best bonuses aren't even going to answer because you never comment on anything. But just for the people that comment, who here has a bonus planned already? Let's go ahead and let's go see who will admit. You don't have to tell me the bonus. I won't say your name. But just let me get a good idea of who has a bonus, because obviously I respect your competitiveness and need to be competitive with other JPs. Okay, so we have a bunch of guys. We have one guy who says he has it in his head. Another guy says he's got one. One guy said he's working on it. Okay, and such. Okay. Right now, I feel like I should be like pitching you guys $1,000 course. Hey, if I want to pitch you something right now, would you guys go and buy it? It kind of feels like it, because I've done some. I'm sure some of you guys have been on some of my selling webinars. This is where when I go and drop the link and I give you the scarcity, and I'm like, all right, guys, only 5 copies left. So I guess I'm not going to sell you nothing except just go promote Emperor Social. So the point is you got to have a bonus. You got to have the bonus tied in. You have to have a good page, and you need to go and put your people through, a routine. You put them through a whole routine, a warm up. You train them. You don't even like try to sell them Emperor Social. You just assume they're going to buy Emperor Social, and then you convince them to buy through your bonus. There's a guy named Mr. G who wants to learn how to be an affiliate and make money as online. I heard you could post links on Facebook using our software. His name's Janny G. He's just a newbie affiliate marketer just getting started out. But I think Janny G, he says he's going to go win our contest. So I'll consider that a challenge. And Janny G has a really big list from the ClickShore industry and the ClickBank. So he has all those BizOpper guys, and so he's going to be coming hard and trying to show the WSO guys that the ClickShore guys can do better. So who knows what will happen there. But the point is you come with a bonus, you come good, and we're here to help you guys. Like, if you need advice on stuff, you need bonuses, maybe you need an extra bonus to go in there, go and ask us. We might have something we could go throw in there for you, or just give you some advice and direction. We want you to succeed. It goes and makes us money too. If you could put 500 or more in a webinar, we'll do a webinar with you during launch week. If you're gonna put lower numbers on a webinar, then we might do a shared webinar for everybody. It's just not practical to do webinars unless you're going to put a higher number on there. But if you can do a higher number, talk to us. We can get that set up. But usually we recommend doing a webinar in addition to mailing the launch, so you do it further on down there. Okay. So that's pretty much it. Martin, do you have any closing comments or any other questions from people?
No, I think we covered everything now. We're just the next thing we're waiting for now is people to just start talking smack on Facebook now and see who's gonna win and who's gonna put their money where their mouth is.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be a dogfight, and Stephen, if you're still listening, you can quote me on that. It's going to be a dogfight. So there you go.
25 grand in cash is a prize that most dogs want.
Yeah. We're giving out, I think it's 50 grand in cash total. First place is just 25 grand in cash, or you can have a Rolex, but nobody ever takes the Rolex. You guys all think you want the Rolex, but when it comes down to it, and I can hand you 25K in cash or give you a Rolex, you always take the cash. But you could have either one. So and then all the way down the right. So that's just a quick 25K, and we'll pay that out to you right away. I'm not gonna make you wait all this time to get paid out. And we pay out our commissions pretty fast anyways. We're on a net 30 payment basis, so you'll get paid fast. We don't make you wait forever to get your commissions paid. Anybody who's worked with me before knows that I pay out fast. So that's a really good reason to go ahead and work with us as well. Okay. Any other questions, or do we have everybody excited and ready to promote and make a lot of money?
Yeah, everyone seems happy. Just a few people mentioning you still need to see it. Guys, if you sign up at emperorsocial.com/JV, that will get you information to get into the Facebook group, and you can send me a message, and I'll get you connected then and tell you what to do to get JV access.
Yeah, I'm just going to type this into the box. I think most people here are already signed up, but there might be some stragglers. Okay. Well, there we go. Thank you guys for the wonderful webinar. And if any of you happen to be in San Diego, there's some internet marketing event going on. I'll be there tomorrow afternoon. I'll be just wandering around in the back or something, or in like the bar or the lobby. I won't sit there listening to speakers talk, but I'll be lurking. So if you guys are at the event in San Diego, just go ahead and look for me, and we'll go say hi tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay, guys, thanks for your time, and I'll speak to you all before the launch and during it as well. So best luck with your promotions, and I'm sure you're all going to kill it when you put this stuff into action. Cheers.
All right. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.